Good day guys, and welcome to another NY update video. I hope you are all doing well. Don't forget to please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Once again, let me know how you went during today's London session. Obviously quite an eventful one yet again on stream. Small loss in GJ, felt it was really well managed. If I should have done anything differently, maybe I should have just cut it at break even, a complete position instead of just half. When I did cut half, seeing it wasn't moving really in my direction after I had a fair bit of profit on the table. But that's all good. Nonetheless, I'll do the analysis on GJ, gold, GU quickly, and NAS. So GJ, so it's made clean moves. It's now making some actual clean moves for a change. It's trending to the upside. Obviously in a bit of a pullback. It's disrespecting levels, so we can now really just remove that and focus on where we're currently at. So I did mention on the stream that buys above this level would be an option if price did eventually pull back to retest it. So we're finally doing that just now. So all importantly, what I want to see is price respect this level and stay above it if we were to continue bullish. So at this stage, I mean, it's strong pullback, but what I want to see is maybe a bit of exhaustion, and again, like I mentioned on the stream, if within a 30-minute closure you get a strong bullish closure, if within it you have that minor 15-minute pause, then that gives you your minor resistance at support, then that could provide your option to look for a buy. At that point, you've also got a 30-minute creating a high low high high as well, so that adds confluence to a potential buy from above this level. So I'd be waiting to see how price reacts to it. Now, if it begins to melt below it, I'm not going to chase the sellers, because if that's the case, again, similar to the buys, you've got to ask yourself, how far is it pushed from the highs here? Already made almost a 60 pip move, so I'd be avoiding it, to be honest. I'd rather wait for it to either create that pullback just now, create a lower high, for instance, like so potentially, and then sell the pullback yet again, because remember, we're still bearish and we're still respecting the high of that previous daily candle. So we're bearish on a 30, we're actually bullish on the other time frame. So the bias is still bullish, but whilst the M30 is bearish and whilst we have that previous daily closing bearish, I can see the case for sell options as well. So upon the pullback, if it does bounce off this level and you can't get any buys, just look for price to pull back to either create an equal high, lower high. Look for your signs of rejection. I mean, that could have been a nice entry just there, that bearish engulfing candle. If anyone took it, well done. That would be a catalyst for price action for me to sell it, while structure was still technically bearish as well. So if we do create that minor pullback, pop down, begin to consolidate, or just drop below that previous range, I'd also probably consider my sell options at that point. So I think the levels are still intact from the stream. I'd be looking at the same levels for my options. And furthermore, if we do just pull back to retest at 191.80 and form support above it, I would also look for my buy options from that level just there. There's a psychological number. So I'll just be looking for, again, catalyst in price action, similar to what we had here. Bit of minor resistance, and as price begins to pop above it, you could look for your potential buy. So if that is to be a case, guys, and let's just say this melts now down, disrespects this zone, at that point, then if that is the case, you can just delete that, and then you play within clean moves, clean move up, clean move down. So we'll have to wait and see. I'd keep it in just now, but if it does just come straight down to this level, that's when I start to remove this, disregard this previous level of resistance. So that's GJ. Moving on to gold. So gold's made the move down, as I mentioned. So the analysis per the stream was correct once again. Whether or not you could have gone entry, that's a different story, but still the analysis was definitely correct. If we've begun to break below, flip the current daily back bearish, create a low wick, break our own low, will likely head down. Would have been probably difficult to get it involved. See an option just here though. Oh, actually, no, it's not engulfing. I take that back. There could have been options though, based off of breaking that pause candle low, to be honest. 5-minute, there's another confluence, 30-minute closure below. If I had to tap into the daily candle low at that point there, that support. So that also could have given you a confluence to sell it at this point here. But again, that's all good. As the move's come and gone, good to assess it though, to analyze it and see what happened. So on gold right now, look what we're doing, similar to what we're doing in this range. Once we hop down to that support 2335 and we bounce straight back up to the previous level of support to reject, to confirm resistance at that level. We're kind of doing the same now. Pop down to the support 2328 and we're tapped right into the previous level of support and so far rejecting it. So if we begin to do the same, then we'll form the resistance. If we do form a resistance in the next 4 minutes, then I'll be waiting for the same thing. I'll be waiting, as what I mentioned on stream, waiting for a closure above this 2335 level, above the resistance form, back above the previous support, and I'll be looking for a buy above that level there. Trading within the current level just now is difficult because, I mean, becoming a mess again by the looks of it in 15. No clean traffic whatsoever. So seeing that is the case, I probably want it to make a clean move down now, even if it falls further into this grey zone, the 4 hour zone, and starts to form a bit of structure at these lows. Maybe we start to pop above that 4 hour support. That could be your potential buy option and take it back up from a bit lower down. Otherwise, if it does just pull back up, M30 structure is technically bearish, remember that. So we could look for sells from higher up. Let's just say if it pulls back to retest this previous level it has broke during the London session, I would also look to sell it from below there upon a pullback. That is gold. GU, well, you guys did well today on stream. That was a nice trade, so that worked really well. Nice wins on GU for those who were in it. Quite a few of you were, so I was really happy to see. But now it's similar to GJ, it's making big pullbacks, pretty much down back at a daily low. So you can pretty much remove all these. I would say now it's too late for a sell at this point, unless it's important. No, there isn't. I'd be waiting to see our price reacts to 1.25, 250. Now, just to see, is this that liquidity grab from the upside to continue bearish? Remains to be seen. Obviously, we've got PPI to come. I shared my thoughts on that earlier on the stream. I think it could be similar to CPI. If CPI came out more than expected, the result was a higher figure than expected, and I think that could be a precursor to PPI as well, which again, it's good for currency strength because it means there's probably likely not going to be any interest rate cuts anytime soon. So what that means is with inflation staying pretty much stubborn where it's at, it's likely they're likely not going to cut anything, because if they do so, then obviously inflation is not going to come down anytime soon. So they need to wait for the interest rates, for inflation to run its course, obviously. And I feel PPI, once again, I feel like could be coming out similar to CPI. Therefore, maybe the majors are starting to sell off in anticipation of that. But I'll be looking for buys from support on GU, otherwise upon pullback, again, form resistance. NAS, so it's pop below current daily candles low. Or has it? No, it hasn't. I remember why. Oh no, I was looking for potential buys at that level. That's why that level marked in. Analysis perfect once again. Or what I said on stream was we formed a resistance at this 4 hour level. 4 hour level, previous support and resistance here to the left in consolidation. Formed a support just below it. If we are to continue bullish, we should respect it. As soon as price begins to break, it will likely head down. Where do we head down to? Support here to the left. The analysis was spot on. Essentially consolidating that weak bullish candle closure may have been tempting for me to sell it, to be honest, at that point. Otherwise the 5 minute could have given an option. Nonetheless, once again, good to see the analysis play out. So in NAS, bias is actually flipped bearish, but at the current where we're currently at, I probably want to see a bit more. I'd rather it pull back to 17,940, bounce off that level to buy it, to be honest. I know it could potentially pull up at this point here, but there is not a great deal of margin if it does. So I'd be stubborn with it and just say, right, I'm not going to bother with it in the middle of this range within a choppy mess to the left. I'd rather just wait and see if it pulls back down to this support to buy it. Or if nothing else, wait for it to pull back, retest that zone. It may even pull back to retest the 4 hour zone yet again. form similar to what we had just recently, and I've looked for the same type of entry to sell it back down. So I'd be looking for buys from lower down and sells from a resistance, and that is probably it. And that's what I'd be looking at for in my session. Personally, I won't be trading it. But once again, guys, good news, we got the 200 subs, so thank you. I appreciate you all. It's been fast. Again, we haven't done without you guys, so onwards and upwards. Make sure to be on stream tomorrow. I will do a giveaway. It will be a PDF version of my course, so won't include the video content, but still there's plenty in that, you know, value in that nonetheless, the PDF version. So it's just a little token to show my appreciation for the support I've had on stream since I've been back the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I'll be starting a little bit later tomorrow around 7:30 AM roughly UK time, give or take. And yeah, until then guys, trade safe. Don't forget, some high impact news to come on the Euro and also USD. So cheers guys, trade safe. I'll catch you on stream tomorrow. Bye for now, my friends.